Good morning, TikTok. So today I have a 2000 Nissan Pathfinder in here for a pre-sale inspection. Pop the hood, let's get in it. Right off the rip, I noticed that we've got valve covers leaking a little bit on both sides. They are damp. Got a newer battery in it though, and a newer distributor. That's a good sign. Now these motors run off a timing belt along with a bunch of other engines. So it's good to have a look around for a sticker like this one, indicating that the belt has been replaced with the Gates brand and the mileage was indeed wrote down. Antifreeze is full and green. Engine oil is full, doesn't look too bad. Transmission fluid's a hair low. We'll check for a leak underneath, but it smells good. We'll also check it again with the vehicle running. I don't see any damage to the front radiator support area, so no indication of an accident. And if we go underneath, nothing is very wet or bad looking for a 20-year-old vehicle. Everything looks okay, so now stay tuned. We'll start checking out the interior. And moving on to the outside inspection. Looks like our fog lights are not working. I do have them turned on. Turn signals seem to work. All the body lines look pretty decent going through here. Dirty, but no indications of hail damage or anything. Ding right behind the door. Some stress cracking on the bumper where it's been tapped. Tail lights and turn signals are on and working. The exhaust pipe has been painted black. That's a good indicator it came from another local car lot. And the spare tire is not hanging underneath. That's because it's mounted on the vehicle. So we're going to need struts for that rear hatch. Those are toast. I don't see any indication of rust. Couple little dings in the door. Body lines still look good. Wiper blades, while dirty, look okay. And no indication of rust down here in the rockers either. Looks like we got a damp spot from something. Let's find out. Overall, still looking good. Now let's go underneath for part 3. And part 3, here we go. She's up in the air. Let's start looking. Starting here at the transmission. U-joints look good. Back of the trans looks okay. Pan is a little damp. What is this? What do we have here? We've got a bolt not tightened up in the transmission pan and one missing altogether. You can see some fluid drips on the bottom of the pan and right here off the line at the front. Look at this. We've got fluid leaking from between the bell housing and the transmission itself. Not a good sign. We've also got motor oil dripping right here off the top of the starter. That could be valve cover related since those were leaking bad. And the same thing on the other side from this engine mount and up here going up the bell housing. See that drop about to come off of the sensor? Odds are most of that's from the valve cover leaks, but we'll check it out. And when you wiggle both front wheels, we've got play in both the front wheel bearings. Can you hear it? All right, here's a quick tip for all you Nissan Altima drivers out there. We know who you are. You're the ones with burnout headlights and tail lights zipping in and out of traffic with your bumper hanging off. And in today's video, we're going to address one of your issues that I know you have, and that's one of your headlight bulbs is out. I'm not sure which one. It varies between driver, but you've probably got one of them out. In this case, our driver's side low beam is burnt out, so what you can do is get in your car, start it up, turn the wheel all the way to the right if your electric power steering still works, and then shut the vehicle off. Down here, we have this really cool feature that Nissan did, which is crap build quality. Now, this doesn't work as well on other car manufacturers like Toyota or Honda, but when it comes to Nissan, their crap build quality really helps you out. So what you're going to do is go right here to this plastic fender liner, get your thumb in there. There we go. Now that it's starting to fold out, you pull this back like so. And if you look inside, see, I can do this with one hand. There we go. All right. So my phone clicked off, but there we go. Right there is your low beam headlight bulb. You can reach your hand right up in here, twist it, and pull the bulb right down so that you can access it. Bam. And we're gonna one-handed pop the clip off, and there's your blown headlight bulb. Now, if you have to do the passenger side, it's the same deal. You get in the car, you turn your wheel all the way to the left, which you could probably do it like this, but if you turn it to the left, you know it's gonna give you more room. And then you reach your hand back in here and you do the same thing. You just pull this plastic fender liner down, because Nissan, and away you go. So these bulbs are an H11, and I think I keep some of those under the bathroom sink. Ah, H11s. And now we can take our connector, plug it back into the light, and put the light back in its home. You push it up into this hole and turn it clockwise if it'll go back in. Just takes a second. There we go. It's back in. Ta-da! Pull out your flashlight. Push your trim back into place. Looks like we were never in there. Turn our headlights on. Voila. Headlights work again. So that's how you fix your headlight bulb if it burns out in a Nissan Altima. Or you just trade it in for, you know, an Impala. Alrighty, boys and girls of the internet. So it looks like Nana Joe brought her Nissan to us because it has no AC. The system is charged, everything works. We have power to the compressor, but we have no AC. So let's fix it for her. Drain a little bit of antifreeze out. We pulled the electric fans. Now we can get right in there to the compressor. Now with the belt removed, it's time to evacuate the AC system. New compressor is installed, plugged in, and the lines are hooked up. Let's get the belt on. Is in, cooling fans are in, everything's hooked up. Let's top her back off with antifreeze. Now we can start it up, double check the cooling system, and fill her full of Freon. With the system vacuumed, it calls for about 16 ounces of Freon. Oh, I don't know if you can see it down there, but the compressor's on now. There we go, 45 degrees coming out of the vents. Now we'll take the car around the block, make sure the compressor continues to cycle and pump out cold air while you're driving. Oh yeah, that's the good stuff right there. All right, Nana Joe, stay cool this summer. On to the next one.